What's up everybody, this is Superstar O here, and in today's video this is going to be a little bit or a lot different than any other video I've ever done for YouTube or for any of the fans or customers. Apologies for all my equipment isn't on, I'm just in the studio room. I just wanted to hit record and record this so the studio's not all running. I super need a haircut, I look crazy, but avoid all of that, ignore all that. Or as most of you always say in the comments, I don't know what you are. It's like, I don't know why he always says his haircut. Like, none of us care. But it's just the thing. I like to be professional and I like to keep my upkeep, looking good and stuff. But sometimes I just jump on here looking like whatever. But this video is just simply a thank you video. I wanted to make this video, as a lot of you know, I'm moving to my very first house that I was able to purchase, or I'm in the middle of purchasing it and doing the deal. I'll be moving next month, so that's like a really exciting thing for me. A lot of people already thought that I owned and where I live now, but this is just a condo where it's one on the left, one on the right, and I've been renting it for the past few years that I lived here, and I've always rented everywhere I've ever lived, and it's just, I've just wasted so much money, as I'm sure a lot of you, rent and stuff, or maybe even own, but it's just so much money that when you rent, it just goes flush down the toilet, like just crazy amounts of money. So I finally, been building my credit up and been building and been saving and been just working hard, as you all know, and I'm at the point where I'm able to actually buy a house. So I'll be moving next month, and I wanted to save this video for once I got moved and I was in the new studio room, and you could see how it looks and everything, and I could give you a tour, and then I could sit down and do the video in the same video. But that's like going to be a month from now, because this whole process of buying a house takes a long time. And when they told me it's probably, you're not going to be moving in probably until exactly 1 month from now, I think it's the 15th of next month, I was like, yeah, that's, I mean, I'll wait. Of course, I have no option but to wait. But to do the video, I'd rather just do it now, or do it sooner. So this video really is just saying thank you to everybody. I mean, I know a lot of you who are really fans of me or follow me on Twitter and Facebook, I say thank you, to everybody all the time, like, just nonstop. I'm extremely grateful for every single thing I have, and every single customer and every single fan and supporter of you that I have. Now, I know I'm not a YouTube channel that has, millions of followers or subscribers or even hundreds of thousands. I only have 20-something thousand subscribers, but I do have a lot of followers on Instagram and Twitter, and even there, I know I'm not, some super huge celebrity that has hundreds of thousands or millions of followers and they're, just going crazy. But, the amount that I do have, I'm very grateful for, and I'm not complaining, because, what was that? That was my phone? Because, as some of you know, a lot of you know who are fans and you followed me, I literally come from absolutely nothing. And that's another reason why I wanted to do this video, was to show and say that to a lot of you who don't know, or just to, do a quick summary. Me and my mom, we grew up most of my life very poor, all of my life, beside the past maybe 6 years or 5 years that I've been doing this, and I've been able to gain a fan base and been able to keep going hard. But any time before that, we were extremely poor. I was raised in the ghettos of Dayton, Ohio, which, there's a lot of hoods around there. Shout out to Dayton, Ohio, that's where I'm from. Nothing against Dayton, Ohio, but there's a lot of, really bad neighborhoods in Dayton, Ohio, and it's known as like a murder city for the United States. It's like a lot of crazy stuff goes on there where I'm from. So the person you see in front of you right now, and the person you've seen in front of you for quite some years now, maybe 4 years now, is a completely different person than the person back then. And that's for a good thing, not saying, oh, some people, oh, he changed, bruh, he, whatever. It's for a good thing. The person I was back then, I mean, I wasn't a bad person killing people or nothing, but I was into other stuff that, a lot of people, probably get into that are raised in that type of environment. But I've been blessed and been able to, grow out of that and just continue to build myself up in a more positive way. But I wanted to, I know a lot of people who watch me, you don't have much, you know what I mean? You might not have much. Some of you, you might even be in the same situation I was in. And when you look at me, I want you to obviously realize that if I can do everything I've been able to do so far, there's not a single reason that any of you shouldn't be able to. I mean, just from the materialistic things that I have, and just from, or even besides all that, just being able to grind and even build the fan base that I have been able to build. If I can do that, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do it, because I literally come from zero. I mean, not only were there most of the times we were in the hood where the rent was $75 a month or something, and you know, crackheads everywhere, and I'm running around being a bad little hoodlum, and we're just all being stupid. But there was also times, years that are even worse than that, when there was not zero rent a month and we were living on the streets, and we had to go from homeless shelter to homeless shelter where they took in women and children. And you know, it was just a horrible thing, really. I mean, I wouldn't want any of you to experience that, but sadly I know some of you probably have experienced that. And that's just how life is, and it sucks. So I want you to know, you know, if I can come from that and just having that mindset, you know, I finally had got my first equipment, which was just a little computer, some little speakers, and a keyboard, and I was still in the hood, and it was still terrible, but I was like, I'm gonna lock myself in this room, and I'm not gonna do anything but fucking grind, get on the internet, promote my shit one day, and the next day just grind and make as many tracks as I can and try to build fans and get customers. And I did that, you know, for a year or so. Literally, I did not leave the house damn near at all. And you know, that's back when MySpace was popping and stuff. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. You might have been fans since back then. And thank you if you are, because that was a while ago, about 5 years ago or so, 2009. And you know, luckily things started popping off, whatever, and that just goes to show you that you can do stuff. You have to have the grind, you have to have the determination, and you have to have the talent. That doesn't mean that, of course, like back then, I was nowhere near as good as I am now, but I was good, and people could see that I was good for the time, and I was only getting better. So that doesn't mean, like, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, well, shit, I'm alright, but I ain't got the talent like that, so I can't do it. No, I mean, if you obviously have some type of talent that you can build on and improve on, then you're good there. But yeah, I mean, I just really wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, every single thing I have, you know, and every single thing I'm able to do is only because, you know, I have the people like you supporting me and buying, you know, products or beats, or just even being a fan and listening, or just supporting. And I definitely appreciate that. And there's not enough people out there in this world that are in way better situations than me, or even as good or around as good, but they're not appreciative, you know what I mean? They don't really show that how much that you guys should mean to them. I guess I don't know why they would do that, but they wouldn't be anything without you guys, period. You know, T.I., Wayne, I mean, not saying them, T.I.'s a really good dude, but I'm saying, like, just people who are huge, you know what I mean? Granted, a lot of people do show how their fans mean a lot to them, but there's a lot of people who just, I don't know, they just have that attitude where it's just like, they're whatever, it is what it is, I guess, and they don't really care, which to me that's not really right. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, like I said, and I wanted to let you guys, and more importantly, know, you know, if you're in a struggle or you're in a bad situation in life, there's no way like that you couldn't get out of it. You can definitely get out of it, and you can definitely put yourself in a better situation where you want to be in the future. Always dream big, and dream as big as you can. Don't think like, oh, that's too big of a dream, I ain't gonna be able to get that high. No, dream as big as you possibly can, because anything is possible. I mean, there's been men that have taken over the world single-handedly, in a bad way, but still, I mean, there's been people who have just accomplished crazy things that people would have never thought was possible. I mean, like this iPhone, you know, back in our parents' days, if they would have said you could sit here and touch this and do all that, this is some Star Trek shit. That shit, people would have been like, that's not possible. There's literally nothing that's not possible, I believe. Anything you can dream of, I know you can make it into reality. It all falls on you. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a post the other day, and it said the only person holding you back is you. And that's 100% true. Now, you might have friends that are holding you back. You're in the wrong group of people. They're not on your level in your mindset. They're not thinking like you. They don't have goals like you. But it's still on you that you keep yourself around those type of people. So no matter what, you know, the only person holding you back is you. It's not a money thing. It's not somebody else. If you get on your grind, you can do it, period. You gotta, like I said, you gotta have the determination. You gotta have that mindset. Your mindset is gonna be everything. You have to stay positive. You have to stay focused. That means you're gonna have to sacrifice, you know, going out to the club all the time, or fucking with girls all the time, or dudes, or whatever, and whatever it is. You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of stuff. But if you really want that life, that's just what you're gonna have to do. And in the end, it's gonna be worth it. And also, you're gonna have to invest in yourself. I say that all the time, that if you don't invest in yourself, you can't expect anybody else to invest in you. You know, that could mean, for if you're a producer, you know, buying equipment, or buying sound packs, or taking the time to promote yourself professionally, or, you know, things like that. If you're not doing that, and you're not, you know, putting the time into yourself, you can't expect anybody else to put any time or money into you either. You know, just all types of stuff like that. So I really, you know, feel like and thought that if I made this video, it would help a lot of you. And also would help me. You know, like I said, I just wanted to say thank you. And I'll still make a video when I get moved with the new studio and show it to you. I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy like some, you know, crazy EDM studio or nothing, but it's just going to be like, I'm going to paint the walls like a maroon red, and get like foam finally in there, because all of you have been, oh, give some foam forever. I don't really need it, because obviously you can tell with my mixing, I'm used to not having it. I have some foam under my speakers, but not, this room isn't treated, but I'm gonna have the room treated and stuff, just to be even, you know, even better I guess. But yeah, I really hope this video, you know, meant a lot or touched some of you in a good way. And yeah, just thank you for everything. I mean, like I said, if I can do it, if I can do this where I've come, if I can get to where I'm at right now from what I came from, then it's just like no possible way that you can't do the same thing even better, and do whatever it is you want in life. Even if somebody's watching this that's not a producer or not anything with music, no matter what it is you do, there's no reason that you can't be and do what you want. You got no schooling, that's fine. I didn't even graduate from high school. I had to drop out because I had to help my mom pay bills, because, you know, she's on welfare and Social Security and stuff, and that's not enough to pay bills. So I had to drop out and get a job and help her pay, and slang weed and all that to help her pay the bills. So I didn't have the luxury to be able to go to school. Oh, you don't have a dad, you don't have a mom. I mean, I was raised with just one mom. I never even knew my dad. I only found him when I turned 18, and we only met once, and my mom was, you know, I love my mom, nothing against my mom, but she was an alcoholic the majority of my life. Which really, I mean, that was kind of like having nobody there too. It was just stressful arguments every day and all types of stuff. So, I mean, literally, you know, living in, you know, apartments in the ghetto with roaches, and fighting all the time, and breaking stuff, and getting in trouble with the cops, and getting evicted. And my favorite time was always the nighttime, because I would know, you know, and this is no exaggeration, it's just real shit, I would know that the people can't come evict you from your house at nighttime. They can only come like in the morning. So when it was nighttime, it was like a safe zone for me. I knew like, oh, we can't be getting evicted today, so you know what I mean, I'm good, and I would be in a good mood. But as soon as I would go to sleep, I would think like, damn, you know, in the morning they might come knocking, because that's how often we would get evicted from places. So yeah, I really hope this helps you guys out. And I'm not trying to exaggerate stuff. This is really my life. For anybody who might know me, might be from where I'm from. And so yeah, I really hope that this video helped some of you guys. And like I said, you know, maybe it inspires some of you, or maybe it just, you know, shines a light on some of the darkness in the areas of stuff you might not know about me, or you might have just wanted to know. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more stuff I'll be coming out with. And like I said, I'll still make the video when I get moved, but there'll be more videos before then, because that's a month from now. So thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you thought about the video in the comments. I always try to talk back as much as I can, and especially it's pretty easy because I don't have millions of subscribers or anything, so it's kind of easy to keep track of everybody and try to respond to everybody, checking it every few days. So go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll try to respond if I see something to respond to, and I'll get up with you guys later.